Hey everyone! Have you ever heard the name Jim Crow and wondered, who was he? Well, get this. Jim Crow wasn't even a real person, but his name, it ended up ruining millions of lives. Let's rewind to the 1800s. Jim Crow started as a character in old minstrel shows. A white performer named Thomas Rice painted his face black and acted out racist stereotypes for laughs. People called the character Jim Crow, and he was supposed to be a joke, but it was just plain cruel. Fast forward a few decades, and things get a lot more serious. After the Civil War, Black Americans were supposed to have equal rights, but in many southern states, lawmakers wanted to keep Black and white people apart. So they started making new laws that forced segregation everywhere you looked. These became known as Jim Crow laws. Why? Because that old racist character had become a symbol for all the unfairness. Under Jim Crow, Black and white children went to separate schools. People had to use different bathrooms, drink from different water fountains, and couldn't sit next to each other on buses or in restaurants. Imagine walking down the street and seeing whites-only signs everywhere. That was daily life for millions of Americans. But it didn't stop there. Jim Crow laws also made it nearly impossible for Black Americans to vote. They had to pass impossible tests, pay fees they couldn't afford, or face threats if they tried. Black people were often denied a good education, fair jobs, and even basic respect. But here's the thing, people didn't just accept it, they fought back. In the 1950s and 60s, the civil rights movement took off. Brave kids and adults, people like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King Jr. marched, protested, and risked everything to demand equality. We see those powerful images, crowds of people holding signs, sitting at lunch counters, walking together for justice. Because of their courage, things finally started to change. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act made Jim Crow laws illegal. Segregation in schools, public places, and voting was finally against the law. So, yeah, Jim Crow wasn't a real person, but he stood for real pain and injustice. When we remember his name, we remember how important it is to stand up for what's right and make sure history never repeats itself. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new, hit like or share this video, and always remember, everyone deserves respect, no matter what.